Hello everyone and welcome back to TWIG, or This Week in Gaming. I am your host, Josh B. with MER Gaming, and today we're covering all of the gaming news that happened this week, the week of October 2nd. This week we talk about a new LEGO crossover with Nintendo, a surprise update coming from Rockstar Games, some news from Blizzard-Activision, and the gameplay and zombies reveal for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Let's jump right into it. Nintendo announced this week that they are partnering with LEGO to come out with an Animal Crossing LEGO set. The teaser didn't show off any official images of the set, but they did show off some of the classic Animal Crossing characters coming to LEGO, such as Rosie, Bunny, Tom Nook, and Isabelle. We're hoping that this opens the door for more Nintendo LEGO crossovers with some other popular Nintendo IPs. In a rather surprise update coming from Rockstar Games, earlier this week they updated the PS5 version of the Red Dead Redemption port to support 60 FPS. Now this was only for the PS5 version, so players are really hoping that soon the other versions of the games will get the same treatment. Now here's hoping that the future Rockstar Games ports to newer consoles will offer 60 FPS on launch. A quick update coming from Blizzard on October 5th, their Battle.net servers had shut down for a bit. Blizzard quickly took to Twitter stating that they are working to fix the issue as soon as possible, with a tweet 2.5 hours later saying that the players are now able to play all their games. Diablo 4's Season of Blood is looking to be Diablo 4's greatest update so far. The update covered a variety of general overview of most of the changes, with some rather larger changes for classes and fixing resistance stats. The first major change is that we will no longer have to farm Renown every season. Along with this, we're getting new vampire powers to go along with the theme for this season. To activate these powers, players will have to have points added to your armor to match with the power's requirements. Along with these changes, they are adding 5 new endgame bosses and increasing the XP gain to make the extremely lengthy XP grind a bit shorter. Some more quality of life changes in this update are the inclusion of more stashes in towns and major cities, non-sacred gear in World Tier 3 dropping as crafting materials, as well as World Tier 4 but with non-ancestral gear, and a better sorting system in the stash menus. Players are really hoping that the coming class and resistance changes will be just as great or even greater than all the changes in this recent update. To end off the news for Diablo 4, Blizzard announced that Diablo 4 will be the next Blizzard game to be added to Steam and will be available on the Steam store coming next week. This week, gamers got a deep dive into the next Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. They showed off a lot, so we're going to break it down into 3 main parts. First being the new Warzone and Warzone map, the zombies reveal, and then the multiplayer beta. Starting with Warzone, the new map and mode looks like a return to the older style of Warzone with a bit of differences in gameplay. The return of slide canceling is a huge thing that gamers had noticed in one of the first trailers of the game and was confirmed during this week's COD Next when showing some Warzone gameplay. The return of the red dot minimap was also mentioned and teased weeks ago and was also confirmed to be returning, but also being added into Warzone. Call of Duty also showed off perks being active at the start of each match, a new tack stance, and aiming down the sights while sliding. Ending off the Warzone news, we can't forget about the new map that's coming titled Urzikstan. This new urban battlefield is located in Western Asia on the eastern border of the Black Sea and plays an important role in the Modern Warfare series. Urzikstan has many new locations to explore, and we can't wait to see what all is brought to the table when it drops. On to the zombies portion of the Modern Warfare 3 news. They mentioned before that this new zombies mode will be similar to Cold War's Outbreak mode with a bit of their newer DMZ mode mixed in, and that's exactly what we're going to get. It will have a massive open world for players to explore that will be broken down into 3 sections that are divided by difficulty. You and up to 5 other players will spawn in one of the lower difficulty areas alongside 18 other players that will be spread across the map. You will have 60 minutes to loot, explore, and kill the swarms of the undead until the storm circle appears and comes to a close. During this time, you can meet up with other players outside of your group to attempt challenges and even a few boss fights that might actually require those extra players to take down. Players must exfil within 60 minutes unless you want to lose everything you brought with you and picked up during your gameplay. We can't wait for the game mode to drop and see what secrets this new Zombies experience will offer for the ongoing storyline and how crazy some of those boss fights are going to be. Lastly, to end off this episode, we got the beta drops for all platforms. The beta will only feature a few of the remastered maps coming to the game, those being Estate, Skid Row, Favela, Rust, which will happen during the open beta period, and a ground war map called Popov Power, which is a nuclear power plant that will be featured in the Urzikstan Warzone map. PlayStation players get their own early beta before all other platforms, starting with players who pre-order the game before the announcement of the game being able to be played this weekend, October 6th and 7th. PlayStation players who pre-ordered after this announcement get to play it from October 8th through the 10th. Players who pre-order the game for Xbox or PC get to play early starting October 12th and 13th, and the open beta for everyone is from October 14th through the 16th. Gamers, make sure that if you're even slightly interested in this next COD to check out this game during the open beta at least, or their respective early access betas for those who pre-ordered. I know I'll be checking this out to relive a bit of the nostalgia from the old OG Modern Warfare 2 days. And that will be it for This Week in Gaming. Please make sure to check out all of our other videos and subscribe for more content coming in the future of all things gaming. This has been Josh B from Merkland Gaming, and I will see you next week for another episode of This Week in Gaming.